Alright, so in today's video we are going to be getting the new Saga unit called Beserker, and then we're going to be getting the best trade on him with the best stats, and we're going to be seeing if this new Saga unit can compare to the old one, Tanjiro, right here, to see if he can take his place on the best anime Saga unit in game. Alright, first things first is his V right here. It is pretty good damage. I think that's kind of good for like story clearing, because it does like 2,000 per hit, around there, 2,500, and then it has like that little animation at the end that does pretty high damage right here. All right, that's insane. That was just 10,000 alone from that. All right, and his X, which also hits air, by the way. Okay, that's insane. His C, which is kind of similar to Z, except you don't get that movement speed buff. Alright, that's insane. His V. That looks like it's gonna do insane damage. Once we find out how much damage it does, we just deleted 14,000 HP. His M1s. That's insane, 600 damage per M1. But the crits are insane, it does 1,000 damage for a crit. Alright, now it's time to test out Guts in story. Alright, moment of truth is right here. Nice. Alright, so we're gonna be taking our Saga Beserker into raids. We're not gonna be using any team up buffs, so no Griffin, but we are gonna be using Granny Cat like we do with all our unit showcases. So yeah, we're just gonna see how fast we can clear this boss. Alright, so we finished in around 2 minutes and like 5 seconds. To put this into perspective, our zenitsu was able to finish with like 3 minutes and like 30 seconds, around that area. He is he's better than most units, but like he's definitely not better than Saga Tanjiro. You're much better off spending your time and effort trying to get that unit instead of this one. He's not bursty at all. He's more like damage over time, and he has no iframes, so you're probably gonna die a bit if you run him into like a green boss like this, because you have no iframes, so you're just gonna be eating all that. This guy said Beserker is literally an infinite combo. It is, like, you could just keep on spamming his moves like infinitely. Like look at 13, 12, 11, 10, and then you could use like another move, go into another one, and by the time this one's done, this is already all cooldown. You'll definitely be able to keep on spamming moves, but it's because of how long these moves last, and they're kind of dangerous to use considering they don't have any iframes. So if you're looking for damage over time, if you don't have a good team setup, or if you don't have Saga Tanjiro, then I think this would be a good unit for you. But if you have like a Gojo and a Saga Tanjiro, then you're like set on burst, and you'll be able to finish raids in like a minute. I'm able to finish raids in a minute with Saga Tanjiro. This guy was able to finish raids like really fast. I know he has Saga Tanjiro, I saw him earlier in the lobby. Overall, I think he's an okay unit, but he's not better than Saga Tanjiro. And that kind of makes sense considering he's a lot easier to get from the event quest line than the Tanjiro is. Anyways, that like pretty much concludes the little showcase.